This is the Dorado catfish that I think has clamped down on the tail and the peduncle, caudal peduncle of that poor Aral barbel. For about 2 feet. Needless to say, I've been feeding it a lot more. Well, not. I'm paying more attention to how much I feed it now, so that it's full. You see how big its stomach is. Just gave it a large piece of a mullet. Let's rub the blister on the right side of its snout where it lost the maxillary barbel. So now it's touching the wall too much in that spot, and there's a blister there. Anyhow, I cannot blame anybody else in this tank for this attack. The black sharks are big too, but they're timid, and while they're hogs, they eat a lot of what I throw in there. This one and that other one in the back. And I don't think they would have attacked Aral barbels. Even less so the perches, the detnoid. They don't go for I mean, they're eyesight oriented predators. They don't go for any prey that they know they cannot swallow. Even larger pieces of fish or larger prepared food I throw in there, they don't go for, because they can see that they cannot swallow it. Yep, and there's 4 surviving Aral barbels swimming around with intact tails. As I said, well, I'm gonna change probably the order of the episodes. So you're gonna see the dead barbel and its final measurement after this. But these 4 are smaller by about 1 inch or 2, and that means a lot on the body mass too. So that's our loss. I'm keeping them together again because I'm not doing I'm not changing the stock of this tank, because I think this was a freak accident. Plus, I did not witness it. I don't know who did it, but I'm pretty sure it was the Dorado catfish. So it's a bad idea to let him go, to not keep him as full as possible, which I don't think I was doing, but it's a finicky fish. Sometimes and also clumsy in captivity. As agile and fearsome as they are in the wild, in captivity they're not themselves. Let's put it this way. It's as if he's showing up for you. That's not how he usually swims his laps. Dora, his name is, or her name, whatever we'll call her. Wow. The black-eared catfish just gave it a chase. Just gave Dorado a chase. Wow. Never seen that before. Maybe the water is warming up. We're into April already, 2023. And yep, here it goes again. Maybe the breeding season is starting up, which also may explain the attack on the Aral barbel. But what I just saw by the black ear, that blows me away. I've never seen them. They're so timid, so skittish and nervous fish. The black ear shark, the iridescent shark. even though black ears are more closely related to paroons, and like the paroons, they're more predatory. I mean, they're predators for the most part. Yeah, the black ear is trying to bother the granulated catfish too. I mean, he's just claiming that spot for himself, which is amazing. That he would show territorial behavior. That's the stunted one, the one that we had about 7 or 8 years, and it's still about 1.5 to 2 feet. Hasn't grown in the last probably 5 years much at all. Anyhow, next up is the final report on the biggest of the 5 young barbels. We lost our biggest of the 5 young Aral barbels, or Caspian barbels. We got these fish from Rodrigo of Predatory Fins back when he was still in Florida. In November or December 2021. So this fish has been with us about 15 months. We got it at a measly 1 inch. If the tail was intact, I think it would have been about 17 inches. So that's 16 inches in roughly 16 months. So 1 inch a month, the rate of growth. It's very healthy, very thick. It died from the predation attempt in the 1800 gallon, and I think this is from the Dorado catfish. There is nobody else in there that I can think of that could have done this. The closest that come to mind are the black ear shark catfish, but I mean, they're way too timid to take on a live prey. The other 4 are doing okay for now in there. I noticed that the tail was intact after the first time I saw it, and it even fed after that a few times. So I thought it was going to on the mend and I was going to recover, but then either it got bitten again on the tail, or just the initial damage was so bad, but was taking its time to manifest. So the tail damage was developing worse and worse after about maybe a week or so, and I had to put it in the hospital tank. And I think I was too confident that it would recover on its own. That's pretty hard barb with a lot of barbs, little barbs on it, teeth. I was too confident. I should have probably used Melafix or Pimafix or some other antibacterial to help it heal, but I relied on this saprolegnia fungus that's been my friend for a long time. It usually eats away the necrotizing tissue, and then everything falls off, and then it falls off with it. It can attack the healthy flesh as well, but on a strong fish it usually doesn't do that. So but yesterday, or today actually, it passed away, and I think I should have used some medication in the retrospect. Alright, I'm gonna show you the offender next, the Dorado catfish that I think has done that out of the blue. Dorado never attacked any other tank mate, and surprisingly this is the biggest of the 5 young barbels we got from Rodrigo. So the other 4 are probably about an inch or 2 smaller. So I was surprised by that as well, but it goes to show you that when we predict things, the probabilities are never certain. I mean, you can think one thing, but thing will go the other way.